Hello everyone, a very good evening. Yes. All right. Yes, hi Gungun. We have Santosh Kumari here, Anshi Yadav. Yes. I'm not able to read all the comments. Can we please remove this pop-up? Yes, Sanvi Bhatt, good evening. Creative Minds. Abhishek Kumar. Okay, your name is Aditya. Yes. Yes, Soni Kumari, Kushagra. All right, all right. So I'm visible and audible to everyone. Yes? Yes, Gungun, I am doing good. Thank you. Hi, Niket, Abhishek Kumar, Khanak. Yes, Dipshikha Tiwari. Hello, everyone. Yes. So there is no glitch at all, so we can start. My name is Khushbu and a very warm welcome to yet another wonderful session. So how are you all doing? Yes. Yeah, hi Pradyuman, Santosh, Anshi, sisters and bro, Nayana, Pragya Singh, clearly visible and audible, yeah? Okay. Great. Excited for the session? Yes, I am very excited too. This is our very first session together, yeah. So what are we going to learn today? So today we will discuss how to start our new academic year strong, since this is the very beginning of our academic year. Yes? Alright, so without wasting any more time here, let's get started. So first I'll tell you what all we are going to discuss in this session. So we all have gone through the pandemic. We will be discussing what pandemic fatigue is and how to overcome that. Then we will talk about the resources, what all resources we should be using in this academic year. Then we will talk about the procrastination cycle. I think this is one thing that we all do, right? Then we will talk about the lack of confidence. Many students face this thing. So what should they do actually? And at last, I'll be talking about what your to-do list should be actually. All right. So I'll tell you what to do and what not to do actually in this session. Yes? Yes, all right. So I can see smileys and hearts in the comment section. Students seem to be very excited, yeah? All right. So since this is the very beginning of our academic year, right? So I'm sure that some of you might be excited and some of you may be nerve-wracking, right? Some of you might be nervous. But I can understand because see, don't forget, new academic year means a fresh start, right? So if you are well prepared for your exams, then nobody can stop you from achieving good marks. Agree to this? Yes? Yes. Tane Anand says, yes, ma'am. Wow, amazing, Gungun. I'm so glad. All right. So I'm sure that most of the students, you would agree to this, they start their year with full power, with loads of enthusiasm, but within a few months, they become lazy, they lose all that enthusiasm. It happens with everyone, right? I'm sure it happens with all of you as well. Yes? Suhani Singh says, yes, ma'am. Right. So many of us actually face this issue and we start repeating the same mistakes that we made the previous year. And she says, yes, it happens with me. I understand. So if you want to ace the new academic year, trust me, this session is for you, because in this session, I will tell you that what all we are going to cover because we will be covering the entire syllabus that you have in a very interesting manner. Yeah. So we will tell you what to do and what to avoid during this academic year. So don't worry, BYJU'S has got you covered. And please, if you like this channel, please like and share it with your friends or with anyone who has lost interest in studies, or it would be helpful for them. And please do subscribe it so that you do not miss any new updates from us. Yeah. Yes, Sanvi. It doesn't happen with Sanvi, yes? Jasraj says, yes, ma'am, it happens with me too. See, I have also gone through this age. So it used to happen with me also. We have experienced all this as well. Thank you, Creative Minds. Yes, I can see a lot of new names today over here. A lot of new people. All right. Which subject I'll be teaching? I will be teaching mathematics. Yeah? Interesting subject, yes? All right. Dhyuti also agrees with it. Soni Kumari says no. Soni doesn't do that, yeah? See, I'm not saying that all the scenarios that I'm going to discuss today, it happens with everyone. That some of you might be able to relate with some of them, some of you might not be able to relate it. But I'm sure whatever scenarios I'm going to discuss today, one or two, you might be able to relate to it. I'm pretty sure about it because we have also gone through this same age. We have also experienced all these things. That's nice, Radhika. That's amazing. So let's not waste any more time here. Let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to discuss today is pandemic fatigue. This is something that we all have faced, right? We all have gone through it. It was indeed a very tough time for all of us. And this pandemic has actually impacted students and children more than the adults, right? So to understand this better, I want you to meet with someone. I will want you to meet Hazel. I'm sure that you all will be able to relate to her. So quickly, let's take a look. So, well, this was actually a student version of me only, right? So I'm sure that last year during the pandemic, most of the students actually wasted their time, right? So are you able to relate to Hazel? Do you also do the same thing? Yes? Thank you, Gungun. Yes. So who all are actually able to relate to Hazel? Yeah. Yashasvi says yes. Dipshikha. Duty, yes ma'am, I relate. Thank you, Jasraj. Santosh says yes. Thank you, Yashasvi. Thank you, Soni Kumari, for such positive words. So I'm sure that you saw that she was so engaged on her mobile phone, listening to the music, talking over the phone, that she does not realize how the time is passing, right? She could have spent that precious time studying or learning something new instead of spending time on those gadgets. Agree, right? Yes, I can see a lot, many people can agree to it. Yes. So I'm sure that students will be able to relate to this. Right, you had nothing to do. I completely understand, Anshi. Yes. Creative minds, highly relatable. Sasra, me, ma'am, a lot, yeah? Right. So my question is, how to overcome this pandemic fatigue actually? So see, acknowledge first of all that this burnout is real, right? We all are in this together. I mean the entire world, right? We all have felt it. We all have gone through this. Yes? Jasraj says, yes ma'am, I also sometimes waste my time on YouTube and gadgets. Yes, I think maximum students do that, right? And your parents are every time after you, padlo, right? It happens. So all of you must have gone through this. You must have faced this. Sometimes, yes Nisha? Sometimes you do that, yeah. So what I'm saying is, you need to ask yourself, what can I control and what I cannot control? So focus on those things which you can control. By controlling, I mean, basically you can limit your doom scrolling on social media, right? You can limit your time on the only online platforms, like you are scrolling your phones, you are on Instagram, you're on WhatsApp, or all these things, right? This is something that you have in your hands, right? Yes, Radhika. Yes, ma'am. Wasting my time in YouTube. Me, Athira. Okay, your name is Athira. Okay. Pradyumna. Yes, relatable. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I think that I've spent 10 minutes on my phone, but I've actually spent 1 hour. So that's what I was actually trying to tell you. That this girl also did the same thing. She was not realizing how the time was passing. So the same things happen with you also. So you need to ask yourself what all things I can control, what I have in my hands, right? All right. So we need to limit our time on the social media. This is one thing that you need to make a promise to yourself, right? In the very beginning of the year. Yeah. Deepak, 100% relatable, yeah? That's okay, Papiya. Whatever you have missed, you can watch the recorded session later. Yes. Also, I would say focus on tiny goals. Let's say an hour or a day at a time. And small wins, I would say, are more important than the long-term goals. Because see, these small wins, they actually encourage you. They actually motivate you, right? Yes. Network problem. Abhinav, please refresh the screen once. Yes. All right. And the next thing that we have is resource overload. What do we mean by resource actually? Resource is basically the study material that you need, right? So the study material, what we do sometimes is we keep a lot of books with us. And we think that we will cover this also, that also, we will cover a lot of things, right? So I'm sure that you will be able to understand this better. Let's take a look at this video. I want you to meet Miss Padhaku. Yeah. So I'm sure that you would be able to relate to her. So she loves reading, but what she has done is she has kept a lot of books with her. So just for learning one concept, we keep so many books with her, which is actually not needed, right? Because when you study in such a way, it actually makes things more confusing for you. It makes you dizzier and you feel exhausted at the end. So I would say learning too is a skill, right? And learning from one book is basically a part of that skill set. So what you need to do is you just need to have your NCERT book. Once you have learned the concepts from there, you just do a quick revision of the chapters and then you move to the other book, right, if it is required. So why am I saying that we need to limit our resources? Because when you have a lot of books with you, your mind is not able to concentrate on one thing. Let me give an example. Let's say I have kept a lot of books with me. I'm studying one question from one book. Then my mind is thinking, I should try the question from that book also. I think it would have better questions. So mind is not able to concentrate. You're making this hard for your mind to manage things, right? So unnecessarily we are posing a psychological burden on our mind. And whatever you have decided that this is what I'm going to complete today or this is what I'm going to complete in the next 2-3 days, you are hampering your own schedule. So unnecessarily we are stressing our life, right? And we are making things confusing for us. So what I would say is please set achievable goals for yourself. Do not set unrealistic goals. Yes, Sanvi. Sanvi is not ready to this also. Sanvi seems like a very sincere, very good student to me. Yes, Radhika, that's right. Yeah. Right. All right. Let's take a look at the another scenario. The procrastination cycle. This is something not only students, even elders also do that. So procrastinating is basically something you keep avoiding things, right? Maybe because you get bored, maybe you find it unpleasant, right? But we do not understand this thing that at the end we got to deal with them at some point, right? So there is no point of procrastinating things. But let's take a look at this video to better understand this. So, how many of you are able to relate to this? Yes? Soham, yes ma'am. Shalini Saloni, yes ma'am. It's in with me. Yes? When you are unnecessarily, you are just avoiding things. Okay, kar lenge, baad mein pad lunga, baad mein complete kar lunga. Yes? That's what I told you. Not everyone, yes, but yes, some of you definitely will be able to relate. Pradyumni, yes, I can relate. Kanak, yes. Atri Vlogs, Soni Kumari, related. This happens, right? Even we also do that, right? When we were at your age, I also used to do the same thing. I also used to procrastinate. Yeah? But now that we are experienced, we have understood that at some point of time we will have to deal with the things, right? So why not we complete that on time? So you saw that how at the beginning of the academic year she was busy scrolling her phone and she was not even bothering that how the months are passing, but at the end she started panicking. And trust me, even studies have shown that students who procrastinate, they actually suffer with anxiety and all the most, right? Because obviously you are not prepared with anything at the end. Anyways, you would be nervous at the time of exams. You will have anxiety. Yes? Sanvi is not related to this also. Yes, Jasraj, so true. Yes. So how to get rid of procrastination? That's what my point is. See, first of all, you need to reduce the number of decisions that you make throughout a day, because these decisions, they actually, they have energy consequences. Let's say you wake up in the morning and then you think, what I am going to do today? Well, you are going to procrastinate in that case. Because when you are asking this question, you don't know what I'm going to do, whether I'm going to eat this or that, I'm going to wear this or that. Shall I start with this chapter, or shall I wait for my teacher to explain this chapter first? Right? So this is nothing but actually you are avoiding things that I'll do this later. Right? So what you need to do is you need to plan things in advance. Right? That's the best thing that you can make towards, I would say, procrastination. So we need to start early and finish early. You will only be able to start early when you plan things in advance, right? When you know what I'm going to do tomorrow. That's good, Abhishek, if you don't do that. Yes? All right. Another thing that you can do is create short-term goals. As I said, these short-term goals are easily achievable and they actually motivate you. They encourage you to do more. Yes. So ma'am, whenever I study, I always get distracted. What should I do on that situation? See, it happens with a lot of students, the distraction. So when you have that distraction, first you need to switch your focus. The very first thing to do. And first of all, when you are studying, you need to keep one thing in mind. Do not study at long stretch. Some people are able to focus only for 45 minutes. Some are able to focus only for 30 minutes. Everyone has a different span of focusing, right? Everyone's mind is different. Someone can focus 1 hour for 1 hour at a stretch. So after that certain period of time, take a break. Do whatever you want to do in that break. Let's say you want to listen to music or you want to go out, but you need to plan this thing that your break should not be, they should not be बहुत लंबे breaks नहीं लेने. Break should be planned. Yes. Thank you, Neeta Gupta. Yes. All right. So change your environment, because sometimes, let's say I'm giving an example. Let's say I study in my study room, right? So sometimes that environment, every day I'm sitting there and studying, it gets a little monotonous. Then your brain is not able to concentrate. So you need to change your environment when you feel that it's getting boring for you, it's getting monotonous. So then you need to give yourself a break. Breaks are very important. I have seen a few students who say that I can study at a stretch for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. See, no one can do that. Even if you're doing that, I would say that maybe you are just sitting with a book in your hand. Your mind is not concentrating, definitely. Yes? So in that case, breaks are important. Yes? So whenever you know that, okay, I'll study for 45 minutes, then I'll take a 15-20 minutes break. So before you get up, you do a quick revision. What you have learned, just a quick revision, right? Then you take a break, then you come back, just ask yourself questions, what I learned, right? Just quick 2-3 questions just to check that you still remember that or not. This is the best way to memorize things. Yes? Ma'am, I finish my reading in 20 minutes. Depends student to student, that's what I'm saying. Someone might have a span of focus of 20 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, maybe 1 hour, depends. You need to see that how much at a stretch you can focus, right? Thank you, Anurai. Yes. Everybody gets bored in the same environment, right? So then we need a break. Change those things. Try this out. I'm sure that will work for you, because we have also experienced the same thing. We have also gone through this age, right? Another thing that many students face, that is lack of confidence, right? I'm sure that many of you, especially at the time of exams, right, we face this. And when we have to answer in front of so many people, we face this issue. So let's take a look at this video, right? You'll be able to understand them better. Yes, yes. So does it happen with you also? Like when you are in a classroom, your teacher is asking something, maybe you know the answer, but still you're not able to respond. Just like she is a good student, she is attentive, she knows most of the answers, but she is shy to give the answers in front of so many people, because she is thinking she might be wrong. And if she gives the wrong answer, the people will mock at her, they will make fun of her. Do you also feel the same way? Does it happen with you? Yes? Yes, ma'am, I can see a lot of yes. Soni Kumari says no, yes. Akshaya, whatever you have missed, you can watch the recorded session later. Yes, you have missed a lot of things. Dilip Kumar, yes, ma'am. Pradyumni, yes, ma'am. I know it happens with a lot of students. Because even I remember the time when I was in school, my friends used to face this. I have seen a lot of students who know the answer, even my students who know the answer, but they are hesitant to give the answer in front of so many people, thinking that people will mock at them. Yes? So Sanvi, you tell me what kind of a student you are actually, because Sanvi is not able to relate to this also. That's okay, Jasraj. You can watch the recorded session later. Yes, whatever you have in your mind, please say. It is okay even if you say the wrong thing, right? Thank you, Deepa. All right. So, how to be confident in class? The first thing that you need to remind yourself of your good qualities. See, we all are humans, right? No one is perfect. Yes. So, think of your skills, your personality, your good personality traits. Yes. Everyone has some good qualities and some bad as well. Yes. So, you need to remind yourself of your good qualities. Write it somewhere. Think about it. It will actually encourage you. It will actually motivate you. You'll be more confident, trust me. Yes. Scare of new classmates. Yeah. It happens with a lot of students. That's good, Kushagra. That's a good quality. And please don't let mistakes stop you. We all make mistakes and it is okay to make mistakes. Trust me, when you make mistakes, because especially when you make mistakes, you are able to remember that thing for the rest of your life. And definitely in that particular thing, you will never make a mistake, right? Yes, ma'am, does not give answers. I'm just scared. You should not be. It's okay even if you're giving the wrong answer, right? What do you think? People will laugh at you. That's fine. It is okay to give a wrong answer. You can't be right every time, yes? Yes, Rajiv. So what I'm saying is कि अगर आपको आंसर नहीं भी पता है और आपको लगता है कि मेरा आंसर गलत हो सकता है, इट इज ओके अगर आप वो गलत आंसर भी दे रहे हो, एटलीस्ट आपको पता चलेगा कि मैं कहाँ गलत हूँ, राइट? सो नेक्स्ट टाइम यू विल बी मोर केयरफुल. थैंक यू, दिलीप. यस, दैट्स गुड, Anya. Yes, absolutely, Anshi. Everyone make mistakes, right? That is absolutely fine. And we should learn from our mistakes. So you should have this attitude that now that I've made this mistake, so I should know how to rectify this. Next time I'm not going to repeat it again. This should be the attitude. Yeah. Okay. So laugh at yourself. Trust me, just don't take yourself too seriously. Let's say you mess up something and you feel that you have embarrassed yourself. That's okay. Even if you laugh at yourself, recognize that something funny happened and you move on. Then the people will also think that you are very confident. Trust me, it happens. So stop thinking this way that I've done something wrong, now people will laugh at me. Even if you are laughing at yourself, other people will think, oh, the person is so confident. Yes. Yes. Mistakes, they actually, yeah, right. Thank you, Yashasvi. Thank you, Soni Kumari. I'm so glad that these videos are actually fruitful for you. Right, Atira. Right, and give yourself a chance. See, just don't think ki, oh, mera answer galat ho sakta hai. What other people will think. They think that I don't know the answer or they will mock at me. It's okay. You need to give yourself a chance. You need to develop that assertiveness in yourself. Yes? That's what, Disha. So, that's what I'm saying. You need to give yourself a chance. See, don't be worried about giving a wrong answer. Right? Don't be afraid of the consequences of getting the wrong answer, that people will laugh at me, what the teacher will say, what my parents will say, or what my friends will say. It is okay. Absolutely, Team CPT, yes. Yes, we will be starting the academic videos very soon. For this, please subscribe the channel so that you do not miss any new updates from us. Yes. Ma'am, I was in my 4th class. I was like the middle girl in the video you have shown. I'm in class 8. I'm like jumping to give the answer. That's nice. That's good. So we all should be confident. That's what I'm saying, right? All right, now let's move ahead. Let's take a look at another point. So overload to-do list. This is something many students do. Let's take a look at to understand this. Relatable? Yes? Who all can relate to her? Yeah, quickly. Sisters and bro, me, I do it the most, ma'am. What should we do? Yes. I will tell you, Atri. Don't worry. Dheeraj, I'll not fear, ma'am. That's good. Kanak, Prashant, JK Learner, Anya. So many students can relate to her, right? So you saw that it was the day one of her academic year, right? And she is busy preparing a long list of things that what she is going to cover, like what all study material she is going to do, she is going to cover. So she has made a very long list without even realizing that how is she going to do that. She doesn't know which would be the best start for the academic year, right? Yes. So for this, we need to know how to prepare a to-do list. So first things, we need to list our clear priorities. See, we know which things are on the higher priority, which are on the lesser priority. So when you are making a list, you first write down the things which are on the higher priority with the due dates as well. You should know that when, let's say I have to complete this chapter, I have to complete this in 3 days. 3 days mean 3 days only. No procrastination. Yes? Yeah. Another thing that we have is divide large tasks or projects into small and manageable pieces. See, when you have a big task in front of you, you're kind of like, you avoid it, right? You don't feel like doing it. You feel it like a burden then. But if you break that into small manageable pieces, you feel, okay, now it is doable. Now I can do it, right? So better if you break the task in small pieces. Yes. Another thing is prepare ahead with efficiency in mind. Let's say you have the list in your mind that these are the tasks I'm going to do, and this I'm going to cover in this much span of time. So efficiently, when I'm saying to do that, let's say I have to go through my notes. I can go through my notes when I'm on the bus, right? Or when I'm waiting for my bus on the stand. I used to do that. I used to go through my notes just to utilize my time, right? Or I have my flashcards ready, so I used to go through them during, let's say I'm having my lunch. It depends on you. I'm not saying while eating you do it. So it's kind of multitasking, right? Yes. Sony, yes. So how do you prepare your to-do list? So see, always when you are doing it, whatever list you have prepared and whatever you have done, just, I would say, cross that things off. So it actually gives you a feeling of accomplishment, right? Do revision in bus when bored. I also used to do that. I used to, go through my notes while I'm on the bus just to complete a bit of task. Yes. Yes. So who all does that? Thank you, Kansha. Dheeraj, I'll prepare efficiently. That's good. Thank you, Shalini. Naina does that. Anshi. Yes. Swarmita, okay. Santosh, Athira also do that. Right. Great. So don't worry if you don't get everything done in the time that you wanted to, right? Because see, what we need is when we are preparing the list, we need to, because we all have different caliber, different potential. We know our caliber the best, right? So you would know how many things I can cover in a day, and do not set unrealistic goals for yourself. Please, yes. Thank you. Thank you, Deepak. Hey, Jia, yes. Timetable becomes long and hard to follow. That's what I'm saying. This is the thing. We make a timetable and we don't even realize whether I'll be able to follow it or not. I tell you how students make the timetable. 4 o'clock I come back from school. Okay, then I have my lunch by 4:30. 5 o'clock I'll sit down to study. I'll study SST for 1 hour. 6 o'clock I'll do math. 7 o'clock I'll do this. So you're not giving breaks to yourself. Basically, you are setting unachievable targets, right? Tell me who all actually do it. Who all make timetables like that? Yes. Study in your free classes. That's nice. So you basically know how to utilize your time. Yes. Okay, you don't do that. Ananya does that. Pradyumn, Anshi. Yeah. I just make timetable but can't do it. So basically, this is also one thing, that you're making it, but you are not following it. So basically, you make the timetable with full enthusiasm, just like Hazel did that, right? She makes a to-do list, but when it comes to doing it, she is procrastinating. So now we have learned that how to get rid of procrastination, right? Try implementing those things in your life. I'm sure it will help you. See, ek magic nahi hoga, but yes, gradually you will see a change in yourself. Try inculcating these small things in your everyday life. Ma'am, I make, but I give 5 minutes gap in few times. I would say, see, it depends on you, but 5 minutes gap is nothing. Your brain also needs rest. It needs a break. Yes? So let's say you are sitting down to study for 1 hour, then give yourself a 15-20 minutes break. That makes sense. Yes, make a timetable according to what you can follow, right? Try following it for a couple of days, and then when you feel okay, you need a little change in the timetable, change it. So don't make a timetable for the entire month. You can make a timetable for the next 7 days or 10 days. Try following it. Yes? So that's what, Dhyuti, don't make unachievable timetables. Yes. Thank you, Artifalls. All right. So in this session, we talked about a lot of things. Let's take a quick look at what all we have learned. So we learned of how to get rid of procrastination and why we need to limit our resources. Our study material should be limited. First and the foremost important thing, your NCERT is your Bible. Do that first. Then how to overcome the pandemic fatigue and how to be confident in class and how to prepare a to-do list. Yes. So all these things we have learned. Now we know that when we are preparing a list, we will just write those things. We will only set those goals or targets for ourselves which are achievable. Yes. Now let's take a quick look at the journey for this year. Like how are we going to study this year? So we will have bridge sessions. Bridge session as in, let's say you're moving from grade 6 to 7th. You will have some common chapters, right? So how this grade is related to the next one, we will have a few sessions on that. Then we will be having concept sessions for the chapters that you have in your syllabus. Then NCERT and NCERT exemplar questions will be covered. Formula sheet and mind map and the summary will be given, and also quizzes will be there. Yes. And at last, we will have a session which is basically challenge yourself. We will have some difficult, some challenging questions in that. And now comes the homework question. So this is the question that you can try out after this session, and you can give your answers in the comment section below. So a tired bird landed on a branch. The bird rested, enjoying the view from the branch and the protection it offered from dangerous animals. Just as the bird became used to the branch and the support and safety it offered, a strong wind started blowing, and the tree swayed with such intensity that it seemed the branch would snap in half. But the bird was not worried. Can you tell why? 4 options you have. This is a very interesting question. Try this out and give your answers in the comment section below. And don't worry, as I said, the entire syllabus we will be covering in a very interesting manner. So we have got you covered. Now let me give you a glimpse of the upcoming session. You were asking me, ma'am, when are we going to start our academic sessions? Don't worry about that. We will start them soon. So our upcoming session is on how to perform even better in your new grade, which is on April 8th, that is Friday at 6 p.m. Yes. So I'm sure that you all will be joining it. Yep. Thank you, Anshi. Gungun will try doing it. Yes. It's not like that, Uma Devi Mohan. No. It's not like that, because there are so many topics which are actually common, right? So concepts are more or less the same only. Yes. And do you know that today is World Health Day? Well, this is celebrated every year to raise awareness among the about the ongoing health issues that concern people across the world. And this day is also used as an opportunity to spread awareness about the overall health and well-being of the people. So this year theme is Our Planet, Our Health. So now we can relate how our health and our planet health is dependent, how it is related. Yes, happy World Health Day. Yeah. So you're talking about the core academic classes that we will be beginning next week. Yes. Thank you, Aarti Vlogs. Yes. All right. So please, if you like this session, and please share it with your friends and someone whomsoever you feel that it would benefit them. Share it with your friends, and please subscribe the channel so that you do not miss any new updates from us about the upcoming sessions and all, right? So that you don't miss any of the upcoming sessions. Thank you, Deepak. So I hope that this session was helpful and fruitful for all of you. Yes. Thank you, Shalini. Yes. So I'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you.